What's guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're directing to the penultimate episode of The Promised Neverland Season 2. It's almost over. Kind of glad about that, unfortunately. I'm really just sticking with this just to see how it ends, really. I'm not sticking around because I'm enjoying it so much anymore. I'm just sticking around to see where they go with the story and see how they want to end it. See how ambiguous they leave it for Season 3 or whatever. Like, if this does get announced to Season 3 next week, because next week is the last episode, and usually on the last episodes... they often have announcements at the end of the episode. If this does get announced as Season 3, but honestly, I don't think I'd bother to watch it. Like, not seasonally and weekly. I would wait until... I'd almost certainly wait until it was completely finished. I can see the reviews and see how people compare it to Season 1 and Season 2, respectively. See if they think it improves on Season 2, or if it follows in the same vein, then... I'll make my judgment based on that, whether I actually do get into it or not. Right now, I just want to finish Season 2 and have it out of the way. So last time, we learned from Norman that he is on... He only has a certain lifespan because of the drugs at Lambda. And he's now... Emma and Ray finally have talked him into, like, realizing he doesn't have to do this all alone. He can rely on them, which is, like, basic... That's the basic thing with him, and it's always been his thing. We have Mujika starting to distribute her blood around so to stop the degeneration. Then they can spread that on, and it's like, boom, we've solved the issue. We can save a certain amount, not everyone. Some died in all of this, so we've convinced the Lambda followers as well to side with our idea of we don't have to kill them all, which I think was too easy. I feel like that should have been a much stronger conversation, especially considering what they've been through in Lambda, which we don't even know because they gave us 5 fucking minutes. I'm still annoyed about that. I will forever be annoyed at the fact we got 5 minutes of Lambda. Like, that's so stupid. But yeah, eventually they agree, so okay, we're all in this together. And then we get the news that Phil and everyone else at Gracefield are being shipped, not because it's their due date, but because Ratri wants to have all processing moved to the Lambda-style system for the bright children for the elites, but keep the normal farms for just the common masses of demons. So that's part of his plan, and in doing so, he plans this as a trap to draw in the kids that would want to come save them. So you move ahead with your ideas, and you still have a trap set up. But very conveniently, this old grandfather demon that we just so happened to run into has a pen from 15 years ago, which contains not only the farm headquarter blueprints, but also the fucking antidote for the condition that is affecting Norman. Because we can't have any suspense or tension in the fact of a character, we have to solve it immediately. To be fair, they have the recipe. They don't necessarily have all the ingredients to make it. But I bet you they'll just so happen to have every ingredient to make it on hand, because why wouldn't they? It's so annoying. But yeah, we're going to go save Phil, which I'm sure is going to go perfectly to plan. We're not going to lose anyone. Everything's going to be fine. It's all going to work successfully, and everything will just work out. Because that's what this show is. This really feels like I'm watching a goddamn recap. Like, it feels like I'm watching a recap movie this entire season. And it's just, so disappointing. But anyway, we'll see what they do. Got 2 more episodes to watch. We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll have something interesting here. But we'll see. Anyway, as per usual, time-based form actions here on YouTube. If you want to see full picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture actions I do on the channel, which is everything from this season and future seasons, backdated shows, Patreon request shows, and movies, etc. Here on YouTube, though, timer-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play, start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation, as per usual, since they licensed it. I bet they would mistake that. But yeah, where was my train of thought? We have the Aniplex and the Funimation logos to start, so about 12 seconds logos. You can use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell me he's transitioning, especially this part of my headset. And with all that said, because I really just want to watch this, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Aniplex. Funimation. Cheers. I'm gonna get straight into OP. Yep, every time. Do a cold open every now and then just to mix it up, please. They did early on. They haven't done that recently. For like the past 3 or 4 episodes, maybe. All right, one of the people is a traitor, right? One of our Lambda group. Were they a traitor? I can't even remember. That's how little I care anymore. But I think one of them is a traitor, right? I think. Okay. That many kids? Okay. Uh huh. That's a lot. Hmm. He'll be the first one to die, probably. Hmm. Hmm. So this is a fake. Nice. Oh, Isabella. That that smile. I think that's a bit excessive. I don't think she should be smiling like that. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Feels like, oh god. Hmm. Hmm. How do we make those? Never mind. We don't. How do. How do we make that fucking many? Excuse me? Okay. I mean, I feel like this is fairly fucking obvious. Like, could you be more obvious? Just saying. I mean, this is part of the decoy, though, right? I can't remember. Yeah, there's the balloons. One face and their decoys. Right? Yeah, we've not shown a single person on one of these this entire time. Yep. As expected, yeah. Empty. Oh, of course we put bombs in them. Of course we did. Of course we did. Oh, there is someone in that one. Oh, they just happened to shoot every balloon that didn't have someone in it. Sure, okay. They probably planned that by putting the empty ones up forward, but still. I thought you'd shoot them all down before you start investigating any of them, but whatever. You're kidding me. You're kidding. They shot down every balloon that didn't have someone in it. All the ones that did were fine. Stupid. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Hmm. So apparently we can do that. Your security very much sucks. Hmm. How is there no one in this bit? Hmm. Don't throw away your weapon. Now, how do we get out? Oh, right, no, we take the elevator down? Or up? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Is this Isabella? Yep. Isabella with like an MP5 is the what I wanted to see more in my life than anything. So what happens? Because this isn't obviously the end. How do they get out of this? I mean, yes, it should have happened. The fact they got this far is honestly disturbing. What? Oh, okay, sure. Okay. How does she have everyone? What? Okay. Yeah. Oh, how convenient. Why is everything so convenient? Right. How do you get out from here? Oh, actual organized military. What? 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 Okay, when did we set that up? We didn't. So it just happened. Okay. Why is there no setup to anything that happens in this world? Yep. Again, this defense military is so terrible. Okay. Mm-mm. Yep. I mean, I understand that. That's actually a good plotline. Just wish it had any setup. Still based on the assumption that the human world exists. Debatable. Even this, she wants to save him too, right? Yep. True to character. Could you ever trust him, though? Could you ever trust him? I don't know if I ever could. I think it's just easy to put a bullet in his head. Emma will never agree for that, though. But it really would be so much easier just to put a bullet in his head, get out, go to the human world, and be done with it, right? I think we all would agree that that's the quicker, easier, and less risky option. But no, Emma won't ever side with that. I don't think any of the kids would either. That was not the most satisfying of conclusions to that. This felt so rushed. So what do we end on next week? Going to the human world? If they actually want to give us a season 3, they'll tell us, hey, guess what? The human world doesn't exist anymore. Or something like that. I'm really curious how they'll end this. So as far as I know, the original... Not that it really matters, but the original manga is still ongoing, right? So, not that this anime wants to follow that, but, you know. How's that on a bike at 2:30 in the morning? Alright, well. Okay. Penultimate episode down. One more to go, and I could not care less about what happens to them. I don't know. Like, none of the events in this anime have had any meaningful build up. Like, take a show like let's think of a decent show. Think of Higurashi that I just watched the final episode of Go today, literally just before this. That show had a lot of build up, too much build up. They didn't even have a payoff in the end. This show is the complete opposite. It's had no build up to any of the events that have happened. It's just done the events. Like, just think about what has happened. Like, right from the first episode, you could see that this was the direction they were going in. Because we had a pen given to us by Minerva with a map and coded messages. None of that was explained. It was just assumed. Oh, hey, we've got this pen that can do all this stuff, okay? And we've got a map that takes us to here. It's like, right from the off. I forgived it on that one. Because I thought, okay, spending an entire episode on that might be a bit too slow and they can't really get into the pace of things. Which, honestly, is not an excuse because it's 11 episodes. You could have had a 12th episode for that. Whatever. So I don't buy that either. But then more recent times, it's like all of Norman's stuff, all the Lambda stuff, this entire invasion, like the military, like all the humans have guns. Not one demon with a gun. Why? Why? Is it their hands can't physically grasp a gun? I don't believe that for a second. Like, why would they not try and adapt to firepower like that? Demons are smart. Why would they not try and incorporate human weaponry? Because why would they have so many guns otherwise? Like, are you really expecting all the mamas to actually have weapons at any... Like, why would you ever need them to have that many weapons? It makes no sense. Anyway. Yeah, Norman's like limited time span is no longer a thing that we have to worry about. Why is someone out on a bike? It's literally 20 to 3 in the morning, and people are going out on bikes up and down this road. It's crazy. Yeah, this entire invasion needed 2 episodes more development. Like, it really needed at least one, but I would have preferred 2. Like, everything in this series is so condensed that it feels like a recap movie. If this season was 24 episodes, I think this would flow so much better. Like, so much better if this had 24 episodes. Like, you could have given proper time for Lambda, you could have actually explored Lambda and what an interesting setting it is, an interesting concept that it is. Because right now we're just told, Lambda bad. Lambda do experiment. Lambda bad. And that's basically all we've got on the entire system. Whereas, like, the whole farm structure, we learnt a lot about the farm structure in Season 1, and even a little bit extra here. But Lambda, no, Lambda, it's a big plant with chemicals and stuff. You can make bombs out of it, and detonators, somehow. We're not going to tell you how, we're just going to let Norman have bombs and stuff. And then how did we make so many fucking balloons so quickly? Like, how? And how did they hit every balloon that didn't have someone in it? Like, there's just so many things missing. So many things unexplained. And not developed. That it just, there is no satisfying elements to what the events that happen. And like, this episode in particular was like, oh, everything's going well. Haha, you're trapped. Oh, but wait, we're doing just fine. Haha, no, you're not. And then it's like, haha, yes, we are. It's like, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth so quickly that it's like none of them felt like they mattered. That's my biggest concern with this entire series. None of the events feel like they matter. I'm not rooting for one side or the other at this point. I kind of felt that way with the original series, though. Like, I'm dark in the fact that I wanted the kids to fail. I thought this would be a story where the kids actually don't win. I thought that would be interesting to explore. I knew they wouldn't go down that road, but I was like, it'd be kind of interesting if they actually did go the grittier failure route. But they didn't. They haven't lost a single kid in this entire... In all of this, we haven't lost a single kid. Also, why did Isabella decide to help us so readily? Like, I get that she was sympathetic to their cause, but she was given a chance, and like, no development on Isabella at all. Like, none, to the point where we like could know that she would ever want to betray, or even which... There was none of Isabella. So it was just like, oh, I'm a good guy now. Okay, yeah, you kind of were by the end of it as well. Just after you basically exhausted all your options. You kind of gave into it because of your own memories. She was a wonderful character in Season 1. In this, they kind of just said, oh yeah, she's here and she's going to be a good guy for this one scene. It's kind of what they did to her, and it feels really bad. And they haven't captured her at all anymore. I think she's a completely different character almost at this point. Like, her facial mannerisms and everything, like... She smiles too often. She smiles way too often. Like, she was never like that. She was an incredibly creepy and suspenseful character. And now she's just typical... I don't even know what to call her. Just a shame. She was one of my favourites from Season 1. And in this, she's kind of like just... whatever. Okay, I think I've got that out of my system. I've ranted long enough now. I'm surprised it's only been a 35-minute recording thus far. I feel like it feels like so much longer. It feels like I've been here for 50 minutes. It really does. Maybe it's just because it's the last show of the day. I don't know, but... Oh boy. One more episode and then we're done. That's all I can hope for, so... Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, I guess. Leave a like or dislike. I don't care anymore about the series. Leave a comment what you thought, though. And don't forget to subscribe to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Winter 2020 lineup you can find on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.